Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy Q, and up next we have Joe Budden's Vicious Roast. Cops back at Young Miami Shade. Shout out to All Access Media for the video. If you guys don't know, Young Miami threw some shade Joe Budden's way. Actually, quite a lot of shade. Towards him basically getting awarded gold certification for his big hit single, Pump It Up. What some people fail to realize is the record, yeah, it did come out like 21 years ago now, over 20 years ago. The fact that it was put on the Fast and Furious soundtrack really didn't help. So a lot of the sales that could have went to him went to the Fast and Furious soundtrack. From somebody that saw the record in action, it had a run, a crazy run. But yeah, he just tried to ride that one record for a year or two to his detriment. If any of us know how Joe Budden is, we knew that this would warrant a mega rant. You know what I mean? But enough dilly-dallying. We'll jump right into the video. Again, it's entitled Joe Budden's Vicious Roast. Cops back at Young Miami Shade.
Young Miami just got read to filth about Joe Budden after she humiliated him on social media. So Say Cheese posted and said Joe Budden's hit record, Pump It Up, is officially certified a gold. It released in 2003.
And honestly, what did they think the response would be? With Say Cheese saying it released in 03, they knew exactly what it was doing. They were trying to point out the fact that it has been such a long time.
Now, we all know that's over 20 years ago. So Young Miami started laughing, and Joe Budden responded and said it would be too easy. Young Miami then responded to Joe Budden and says, another one bites the dust, remember? You was just celebrating when you thought I took an L. I can laugh at you. You was just laughing at me, so let's laugh. Now, Young Miami should have known Joe Budden was going to clap back and say something. Baby, he called her a science project. You guys go ahead and take a listen.
I you that today I hear Pump It Up more than I hear you. So while you go on these social media rants and say that you were 9 years old with Pump It Up drop and now you're 30, you should be cautious of that because your record label today is saying to you that they're not seeing any growth.
Yeah, when on the other hand, JT is going on her tour right now, and she's doing theaters, but dude, they're selling out and the energy there is crazy. And the music is generally getting a good reception. So it's like two sides of a different tale over here that we have between them two.
Self-admittedly, the only talent that you have possessed in recent years is providing emotion, yet you're at a standstill. I'm not talking city girls. I'm talking you. And that's my problem when it comes to current modern acts and the caricatures that you be. I view you as a science project. And I'm not talking city girls because I'm a fan of city girls. And I'm on JT's side in the breakup. But I love city girls and has accomplished a few. No, for real, JT came up here, hair flowing.
He's amazing.
Stop for a minute. Beautiful. I ain't stupid. I gotta try to read between some of the social media shit. JT came up here, skin glowing, hair glowing, knee-high boots, with a staff that didn't look cheap. She came up here talking that talk.
Definitely warrants it. She seems to be having a bunch of success right now.
She came up here with music circulating and everybody up here absolutely loved her.
Yes.
Here's the kicker. JT also has a nigga with all the money in the world.
Right.
JT is with somebody. I fuck with JT. Throw the phone at that bitch at the award show, nigga. Yeah, I'm repping for mine. JT got a nigga that got all the money in the world. And still, when the odds were against her, she got to it.
For sure.
She got to work. Niggas laughed. Oh, you doing a small venue, Jeff?
The whole thing about her doing the small venues, I think it's smart. You don't want to jump into a venue that you can't fill. And then the reports that come out is the fact that you falling off or you can't sell out a venue. I do feel like it's way more organic to go this route. Do the theaters, pack them out, have them be the show that everyone's talking about, the energy and all that stuff. I feel like it definitely is the smartest move.
Oh, yo, she came up here and got real. Yo, our last project, it wasn't the greatest. And I had to go back to the drawing board and really find myself. I don't think Carisha has the time. I don't think she has the time to laugh when it appears that she is going through an identity crisis. And that right there be my problem with y'all. I've seen y'all. I am very familiar with this type. I'm familiar with the type that think they became the dick that they helped came. I'm very familiar with the bitches that think they have bloomed into who they consume.
Oh, wow.
You was running around here and you gave JT your ass to kiss.
Very, very true. Because when she was dating Diddy, she was on top of the world. She was telling people to do all sorts of shit.
You sat there with Saucy Santana, who even raps better than your ass, and gave JT your ass to kiss. You said, I'm dating a billionaire now. Fuck that city girl shit. I'm off of it. We not making no money. I'm donezo here. You told Shorty Doo-Wop, you told Homeboy's ex that if you felt like it, you could get Homeboy to get her on all fours and start sucking some dick or barking like a dog or some shit. You also told Homegirl that because her carpet was fucked up, she was broke. And now when you start with me, you want to say protect black women.
Yeah, it does seem a little hypocritical, obviously. But yeah, it's like when these people are in that position, they think they'd never fall, you know? And shit, little did Young Miami know that, like, she'd be where she is now. I know this wasn't her trajectory looking at it like a year or two ago.
I don't want to hear none of that shit. You are the worst female rapper out there currently, and you don't write your own shit. These are science projects put together by people and companies with the best of the best surrounding them for them to get further. But as a standalone, nothing's ever happened. When JT went to jail, you kicked that shit. Yo, I gotta wait for it. The wait for it looks different now. Nothing was popping. You were on arguably one of the greatest fucking labels to ever exist.
So that was his response to Young Miami, and baby, he read her for filth. So anyways, one person in the comment section said Carisha should have laughed in silence. Someone else said, I hate this because he did not have this energy for Cardi B, and she said a lot worse. Then somebody else said Cardi is successful, Carisha is more like the audacity.
Yeah, I think that's what it has to do. It's like you're clowning me for like my accolade that I just received when right now you wish you had something like that. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the game. Like, City Girls at one point was the group. Like, their trajectory was super high. Yeah, but also Cardi B is not going to have any of that energy coming from Joe. You know what I mean? I think he'd rather not talk about her at all than to get, like, a rant from Cardi. Because if Cardi gets any wind of somebody hating on her, especially somebody like Joe's level, she's going to get on her IG Live and rant for, like, an hour and a half. And I don't think you want to be called every name under the sun and then have all, like, the Cardi B fans come out in defense and just like and light up your comments. Yeah, but as far as like Carisha, it's like, yo, you fell off. JT is winning. A lot of the shit you was talking last year, obviously, her world is pretty much turned upside down. She just did the interview with Saucy, and I know she was trying to get some of the sympathy, like, oh, I didn't know about any of this stuff, and it's like, but the way you were talking was like almost like you were complicit in some of this stuff. Like the way you were talking to like some of Diddy's exes is wild. So yeah, it's like her trajectory has definitely changed. Last year she had probably one of the biggest podcasts. She was doing some huge interviews. I feel like Young Miami definitely was on her high horse. She was doing pretty well last year, you know, before all the Diddy stuff happened and people got wind of that, or at least resurfaced, because I feel like these are all like the worst kept secrets in the industry. The fact that Diddy was doing some of those things, like people knew about him. But like, yeah, she was on her high horse, so nobody could tell her nothing. I don't have to go and rap. I'm making a killing off of just being Diddy's girlfriend and having my show, getting some actually pretty big interviews. And yeah, and now obviously things have changed, and JT is up, and yeah, so she's probably definitely having an identity crisis. Like, damn, like invested so much into that relationship, and then it's like, you know, it's gone. So now you pretty much have to stand on your own. It's going to be interesting to see how Young Miami reacts to this. Like, but it's already too late. The cat's out the bag, fam.
And then this user said, damn, a science project, though, is insane. Get up, Carisha. He reading you for filth. Someone else said, Joe and Santana about to go blow for blow. I was just about to delete social media for a while. I'll wait for them to be done first. And then the last person said, JT, a real hustler female who wants her own. That's what I like about her. And I want to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on what Joe Budden had to say about Young Miami, because JT did see that the group wasn't doing good, so she was like, let me separate myself from the group, let me start doing my own thing so I still can have a career for myself. At that time, Young Miami, she's with Diddy and she's living the billionaire girlfriend lifestyle, so she could care.
Yeah, she was definitely throwing it into people's faces. I feel like JT made the smartest decision in distancing herself from like Young Miami, which at the time was probably like, yo, what the hell? Like, you got that Diddy connection.
Even though she had her podcast, her clothing brand, and her Carisha Roulette, her game and stuff, she was still living the life of a girlfriend billionaire. But at the same time, let's not act like JT doesn't have Lil Uzi and we know he got money, but she still wants her own. But you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.
Her thinking that she would be able to get those shots off on Joe and Joe wasn't going to say anything, I think like that was kind of crazy of her to think that. Like, this dude, this is what he does. You know, he's going to rant, and he's kind of been fishing for content since like the Drake beef has kind of blown over. And it's definitely something that's going to go viral. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays going forward. Young Miami should definitely just lock in on the music. And right now, after her Diddy connection, I don't know if it's the smartest thing to like antagonize anybody, because it's like, yo, dude, like there's a lot of like questions that are still going to be answered in the future. The way she was talking to some of these people, the way she was like berating them and telling them that she'd have them on all fours eating, you know what I mean? Like, bam, it's looking crazy, especially with all the Diddy allegations. Like, oh, dude, those statements look wild, even more crazy now. So just be careful. Just be careful, because the last thing you want to do is be named in the RICO. But yeah, like Joe Budden, I feel like if you're going to throw shots, like, you can't be surprised when the person throws them back, especially when that person is named Joe Budden. I don't feel like he was out of bounds. Again, that record came out in 2003, but it was featured on the Fast and the Furious soundtrack. So that honestly ate up a lot of those sales. That album, I think, went platinum, if I'm not mistaken. And the thing is, back in the days, you weren't going to go platinum if the label didn't arrange that to begin with. Because back in the day, we had physical sales. So if they only shipped out 200K, there's no way you're going to do more than 200K. It almost makes it impossible to sell anything higher than that. So it was almost like he was set up to fail, which is kind of crazy. With all that being said, the dude is still a success story. Like, how many people really do get to make a living off their music? And pretty much that's all they do. He's definitely had his valleys, you know, and he's had his peaks. But right now he's on a run. So for Young Miami to like try to like attack one of his lower accomplishments when he is on this run and he is such a big voice, you just got to be careful. I just feel like Young Miami should just lock in the music. JT has been doing it and it's working. If Young Miami needs to get with another writer or anything like that to really like polish up these sounds and stuff like that, then go and do that. She just got to lock in. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Joe was out of line for responding the way he did? Or do you feel like Young Miami deserved it? If you gonna dish it, you got to be able to take it. That's all I say. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. As does the channel wonders. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys love the video, and I hope to see you guys soon. And my bad about the delay, guys. I was getting some merch stuff like basically set up. So I'm gonna be putting up like links and stuff like that soon. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are freaking amazing. Yeah, man. After being tied to Diddy, you just gotta be careful when you say protect all like black women, because people are definitely gonna like throw that back in your face.